Welcome back to Techtonica. It's terminal upgrade day. Are you excited? So am I. Let's get going. So I have everything we need for the terminal upgrade, which is 500 planters, 200 assemblers, 2,000 filter inserters, 2,000 cooling systems, and 1,000 high voltage cables in these storage units. And now we got to get them all the way up to the terminal. But I don't want to do that. I don't really care. It would be much better if we could like create a tunnel and then like belt it up to the terminal. I mean, that would be so much easier, but that would be such a huge waste of time just to get the belts up from here for this upgrade. Yeah. So I built a tunnel that goes all the way up to the Victor terminal. Yes, I did all the work just so I don't have to carry resources by hand up there. And here we are, and I've already set up some inserters to handle it, so we're gonna get it started. It makes total sense. It's a lot of work to walk that stuff up there. All right, so now that all the items are heading up to the Victor terminal, let's go take a look. Terminal parts are coming in. Now it's just a matter of waiting. And we're done. Yay! Everything's done. Let's upgrade our terminal and find out what our last order of business is. Advanced circuits 4,000, water wheel 5,000, stack inserter 4,500. Oh my goodness. Cooling laboratory is gonna need to get redirected. Crank generator 7,000, advanced mining drill 2,000. Oh. That said, for this next set of stuff, we are not gonna be using our mall. So far we've built a small mining operation, we've built a small factory, and then we built a mall that overproduced on like everything. But now we're gonna actually build factories dedicated to doing all of this stuff. We're gonna tap the rest of the resources available, and then we're gonna see if we can actually put together a real mega factory or something along those lines. Whatever a mega factory is gonna look like in this alpha. Well, let's take a look at the upgrades we got, shall we? Let's see what we got. We're on terraforming. So what do we got access to? Ooh, advanced mining drill. Enables production of advanced mining drill. Well, we're taking that right now. No problem. All right, let's move on. Synthesis. What do we got? Electric smelter. Yes, give me that. Was that advanced mining drill electric too? That would be nice. That we can get off fuel completely. But that might mean that we can completely eliminate our fuel plant and turn it into plant matter production only, meaning we'll need it for heavy production of circuits. Great idea. What do we got? Stack inserter capacity 3, stack inserter capacity 4. Oh my goodness, that would be 5 and 6 stacks. That'd be a lot of items. That'd be 120 per minute or more, just depending. What do we got here? Suit speeds. I still haven't found these things. Haven't found. What's this? I didn't even notice. There's enables production of advanced logistical structures. Does that mean, was there more belts? Was there some sort of belt? Hey, is there new belts? Is there new belts? Automatically transports items at an accelerated speed. Must be used with inserters and item transferred. Oh. Advanced conveyor belts, so it's even faster. I didn't even notice this. We're gonna have faster conveyor belts. I hadn't even really saturated these. I think they were like 270 to 240 to 270 speed. I can only guess. I have no idea what these are. Oh, goodness me. Oh, it needs cooling systems too. Oh, we're gonna have to go back and adjust our cooling lab. More about it later. Sonar. What? Sonar? I didn't even see the sonar tower? Enables production of a sonar tower? What would that do? Sonar tower range 2 increases sonar tower range, but we already have the map. So what's the sonar gonna do? Maybe it would help us find resources and stuff? That'd be kind of cool. So is that advanced mining drill something that can run off electricity? Requires, great, so now we can it looks like we can create both the advanced mining drill and the electric smelter. Everything needs cooling systems. Oh my goodness. So we just need to take note of everything that we need here, and then we can start planning factories. And the real question first would be where to do it. Now, I think we're gonna be doing it up here. We've connected power grids, and part of me, I mean, just doing it in this area would work, but I feel like it's gorgeous and I want to kind of conserve it. So I'm kind of thinking we could go up there, start digging a factory. We could do it in here. So I think what I'm gonna need to do is kind of plan my factory, and then I need to start digging. What we probably should do is go find all of these nodes and start digging them out. because we're going to have to be able to put miners down. And we can't be dealing with all this extra stuff around them. So time to dig out all the leftover nodes. Like starting with this iron one right here. All right, so I have dug out almost all the nodes I think are available, maybe except for this one. I found 4 iron nodes, a weird cinnamon flavored iron, as someone put it on Discord, node. Also, there's plenty of copper. The nodes are ginormous. And we also still have our Swiss cheese of a starter iron node over here and the copper node over there. I also took some time to try to set up what goals I wanted to do for our final factory for the last upgrades. And we need some stuff because I do not want it to take 30 hours. So we're going to need 1,200 iron ore per minute. Well, technically we need about a little over 1,000, but I'm going to go for 1,200. And we only need a little over 700 copper per minute, but we're going to go for 1,200 for that too, which is a lot. But then it was like, how in the world with all this nodes am I going to get 1,200 per minute? And luckily, the new electric drills are up to the task because I measured them and they do about 59 ore per minute with the 30%, 130% upgrade. I'm guessing their base rate would have been 45 and that brings them up to maybe 58 and a half. So they do about 59 per minute. And that means we'll be about 21 of these sitting on nodes, on iron nodes, and 21 on copper nodes in order to get those numbers. So not too bad. Ooh, I almost deleted my entire flooring. Problem solved. As for smelters, this little test rig was how I was trying to determine things. Yeah, that's a regular smelter because I was also going back and testing it. And also previously my numbers were right and wrong at the same time. When I tested the electric smelter, I started with copper and I noticed it was doing about 41 per minute, but then I tested it with iron and it was doing about 32. And I was like, what's going on here? And then I went back and tested and found that it's doing iron and copper at different rates. Now these numbers may not be 100% accurate, but they should be fairly close. The regular smelter will smelt iron ingots at a rate of about 21 per minute and will smelt copper ingots at a rate of about 27 per minute. I'm not sure why there is a difference between iron and copper, but it is there. The electric smelter will smelt iron ingots at a rate of about 32 per minute, and it will smelt copper ingots at a rate of about 41 per minute. Keep in mind, this is alpha. These numbers are subject to change, of course, because, you know, someone can come in with a case of the Mondays. What we need to do now is set up our mining production because we are going to need a ton of ore. More specifically, we actually need a lot of iron ore. We're actually going to be shooting for about 1,200 iron ore per minute and maybe more. There's 4 iron nodes in this area of the map, these little boxes here, and there's like a half iron node as well. And copper nodes are on the other side. So we need to set up all of our drills over here and then find a way to get them to smelters. And then we'll set up smelting processes, bring them together, and we'll see where that goes. But I need to set up the miners first. All right, I think this will work to maximize our usage of this. This drill will punch through here and this drill will punch through here. Obviously, once it eats through, we'll have to do more, but that'll work for this node. I think this will work. And we have this guy punching through the long end here, so that he'll last for a little while. But that's about 6 drills on this one. We got about 4 nodes. If we get about 6-ish per node, we'll be fine. We will completely destroy these things. It's all good. I think we're gonna leave this as is, and let's go look at the other node. Okay, that's all the nodes done. I'm starting to think about how I'm gonna belt it. For this set of nodes, I think we're gonna go north out into the chamber, and we'll probably do some out into there somewhere. We'll do some smelting somewhere. I'm not quite sure. I need to figure that out. But if I keep this to about 5 or 6 drills tops, they should all fit on the they should all fit on the advanced belt, which I believe is around 370 to 375 items per minute, and 6 of these would be 354-ish per minute. So I think it'll fit, no problem. Now that we're done with the drills, we need to figure out where we're going to do the smelting. And what I think we're going to do is we're going to do the smelting right between these 4 iron nodes. We have 4 iron nodes here, And I think we'll clear out this little twisty bit between them all and turn this into our smelting room. We're gonna need about 39 smelters for our 1200 ore, which I can explain those numbers later. But I think this area will work great for that. And I'm not sure what we're gonna do with the copper yet. Most of the copper's all the way over there. And either we'll smelt it over there or we'll somehow bring it over here. I don't know yet. We'll maybe dig a tunnel under. But how about I dig this area out here? This ground seems to be level the most between all the 4 nodes. So what I think we'll do is we'll dig it out all the way over and we'll make a big smelting room. All right, we have a room dug out. I think it's big enough, although we're gonna add a balancer for the 4 belts that we're gonna have, just to make sure that all of our belts have an equal amount of resources, because we have different number of resources coming from different nodes. And what if one of the nodes, the miners eats through one of them and it stops producing? So the belts, balancing the belts will help us just make sure that we have even production across of our chains, even if we start seeing reduced numbers. In this case, we're gonna have 2 belts come from this side and 2 belts come from this side. So I'm gonna try to put the balancer back here and then we'll see where we go. Oh my goodness, the floors. I will stress test the floors again one day. Now I need to figure out the balancer. Okay, the 4x4 balancer is done. It is a mess, but it is a thing of beauty. Every belt has a purpose. It's chaotic beauty. And I will hear no arguments to the contrary. It's perfect. Okay, maybe I just didn't want to redo it. But anyways, let's move on. I'll come back and try to make it pretty later. I think that's good enough for now. Now we need to make actual smelters and get rid of this grass. Now we have, in theory, 4 evenly matched belts, and we need about 39 smelters to do it all. So what I think we'll do is we'll just do 10 smelters. We'll do 40 smelters. It's probably a little bit more than we need, but since we've balanced them 10 smelters per row, we'll just make sure that everything is kind of even. 7, 8, 9. Holy moly, it's tight. 20 smelters. I haven't seen Sparks in ages. She hasn't spoken to me in hours. I tell you, she's trying to ruin us. Sparks is evil. It's my belief. I believe Sparks is an evil entity trying to ruin us. She killed the last one. All right, let's do more smelters. All right, I think I got everything hooked up. Got all of our miners hooked up to belts. These 2 miners have their belts come up here. And they then go down to this side where I have those going to this side of the balancer. And the miners over here, same thing. They have 1 set of miners and another set of miners. They're all belted up. Everything's hooked up using fast inserters everywhere. My frame rates are starting to slowly take a dive, so I didn't decorate too much because I feel like everything I add has a slight effect on the frame rate. But, so we have the 2 sets of miners coming over here. Those 2 sets coming over there. They go through this absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, and no one can question it, 4x4 balancer into our 40 smelters with an absolute ton of fast inserters. In theory, we only should need 1, but I put 2 on everything just to be sure. So it doesn't go anywhere yet. All of our iron lines end right here at the end. We'll figure out where this is going to go in a future episode as we build our factory out, but we have our iron done. So we're going to plug it into our grid and see what happens. I've got it already set up to plug into our grid, and we're going to see if it tanks the frame rate. Because we got to do this whole thing again, but on the other side for copper, which I'll do ahead of time. So we're going to plug it in. There we go. We now have power to our grid. Everything should start turning on. Miners are running. Frame rate's okay. Dropped a couple frames. Now everything's coming. Oh, we are stocking up on iron already. Check it out. Check out this 4x4 balancer. Just filled with ore. If all the numbers are right, then all of our belts should be getting about 300, maybe a little bit more per minute. Which is perfect, which means we should have at least 300 iron ingots per minute on each line, which is great. So we can use that when we're planning our factories, knowing that we have about 300 per line. All right, that's it for this episode. I think I might do some streaming for the next one, and I'll just do the copper the same way, exactly the same as this, just on the other side. And then maybe the next episode, we will focus on actual factory work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.